Welcome in, and if this is your first time ever joining any of my live streams, my name is Candy, and I am a wellness coach. I love to help people. I love to make an impact and do what I can to just shine a little light in someone's lives, you know? Y'all saw my clutter in the background. I'm messy. I'm a little messy, but you know, it's all love here. All right. Today's workshop in this video is about manifestation, and it's 2025 now, and I know that, you know, we want to keep the momentum of the new year. As time passes, you feel a little less excited about all the things you want to do, and you just sort of get wrapped up in stuff, right? And sometimes things happen. But I'm going to try to keep the momentum going with this video. And I don't know how many people are going to join this live because sort of like last minute posted it a couple hours ago. Your girl's been busy, you know? But if this can be helpful for anyone, then we're just going to do it. So grab yourself a piece of paper or a journal, pen, pencil. We're going to literally write down our goals. We're going to break it down. I'm going to help you out here. Let me get some music too. Do some lo-fi beats. Dwayne, hello. I saw a notification that you messaged me back on Insta. I'll get back to it soon. I appreciate your patience. I feel bad. There was someone I think that messaged me like I saw that they messaged me like on Monday. And I think they want me to do like t-shirt stuff for them. And I'm like, my ADHD brain is just like, I have so many things I'm doing. I just did an event last weekend. I'm like trying to take it one step at a time. But it's okay. If they end up needing to collab with someone else, that's fine, because I'm just doing what I can do right now, honestly. But yes, welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I didn't really answer your question, I think. I'm doing good. I'm just tired. I still get 5 hours of sleep. That's the one thing I'm working on for myself, I'll say. That's the one thing I'm really, really working on. It's getting more sleep. But how are you doing today? Yeah. Tired, but I've been tired but busy. I worked with kids earlier today. Kindergartners are adorable. Taught them mindfulness stuff. Had a meeting, had therapy, all that good stuff. Time is flying. Oh my goodness. Got a little emotional today actually, but it's fine. It's sorted out. Okay. See, Dwayne said, you're good. You'll enjoy my sentiments. Okay, good. I'll check out your messages soon. I'm excellent. That's the one thing I can control. How you feel and how your day is doing, right? Because, yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like, even if things upset us, we can choose to direct our focus somewhere else. And it can be hard sometimes, you know? Like whatever you're going through, you really sometimes just, you'll be basking fully emotionally into that situation. But do what you can. Someone named Jost. I was always most productive with 4 to 5 hours sleep. Really? Interesting. I wish I could be productive with 4 to 5 hours of sleep. I mean, I am technically. The past year, I would get like 4 hours of sleep a lot, which is not good for me because it's like I just feel like all over the place a lot of the time. But it got better. I ended up getting 6 hours of sleep, 6 hours and 30 minutes. Then now it's back to like 5 hours and 30 to 6. I don't know. I'm working on it. There's just a lot of things. Also, my apologies. The music is taking a minute. It's like loading slow. I think because I have a million tabs up. You guys don't want to know. I'm not going to show you. Let's see. It's making its way, though. Spotify's doing its thing. Hello, hello. Someone named It's Josh. Hiya, hiya. Linda. That's not my name, but you know, sure. Bikers for life. Hi, how you doing? Have your tattooed, and what are they? I do have tattoos. They're mainly phrases, like songs. Kill 'em with kindness on this arm. Show you my tattoos. Kill 'em with kindness on this arm, and then I have rare on this arm. The tarot card on my thigh, the star card. I have words back here to say "Lose You to Love Me" as a reminder to myself. They're Selena Gomez song titles. I'm a Selena Gomez fan. If you don't like Selena, then I'm sorry. I'm a weird person. It's like I love heavy metal, and then I also love pop music too, and I also love EDM, all the things. Anyway, I'm just a big bundle of like a spectrum of things. You know, you gotta enjoy multiple stuff. I feel like, you know, because are you really living if you don't experiment, you know, and see if you like other things? But anyway, yeah, if you guys want to work on manifestation, on goals and things, get paper, pen, pencil, even be creative. You can get some markers if you want to, but it's not gonna be too. We're not gonna do like a bunch of art yet, really, but I want to help plan out some goals for all of us for this year. I want us to really like feel the power of like imagining us fulfilling those dreams and those goals. But we're actually gonna focus on one thing because I think that's just been a theme for me lately too. Here we go. Here's the music. Yeah, the past year in 2024, I was doing a million things at once, but now I'm like, okay, let me focus on like one thing at a time and then see if it's like gonna help me do the other things faster too, you know? Sometimes you really do need to just prioritize one thing. You can light some incense, light a candle, whatever you need to make this your space and your time. Someone said, Jost, if you like to be called that. I don't know if that's your name that you'd prefer to be called. He said, I started getting 7-8 hours and now I feel quite lazy and don't want to get out of bed. Really? Interesting. Okay. I feel like my brain needs like 10 hours, I feel like. Maybe it's just like all the stress, honestly. Just all the things, all the thoughts that be going on in here. We have like 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. You guys know that? That's a lot of thoughts to have. Maybe if you have ADHD like me, you probably like have like toward the higher end. Maybe 80,000 to, I don't know, 100,000 or something, honestly. That's a lot of thoughts, though. You can have less than 60,000, I think, though, but it's like generally most people, I guess, would have around 60 to 80,000. And a lot of it just passes by and we don't even notice it, right? And that's why awareness is so important, because just your subconscious thoughts transitioning to manifestation now. Your subconscious thoughts is what is going to also create your manifestations too. So if you're subconsciously always thinking, I don't know, I don't think I'm good enough at this, then that's really your reality, you know? So we're going to start off with meditation and breath work to get us like in a calmer, clear space. So I'm going to change the music actually. This is like supposed to be my intro music, but it's okay. Let me see. Rare breeds, yes. The star seeds out here, those of us who be connected to the divine and feel that intuition, we are star seeds. We're all unique in our own ways, but I think I have the rare tattoo on my arm as a reminder to myself if I ever doubt myself, though, too, because I used to have a lot of insecurity growing up, so. Hello. He said, Josh said, well, I put a counter on my fridge door. I open it on average 65 times a day. Wait, what? There's a counter? Interesting. I didn't know fridges had that. Wait, okay. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. So, okay. Do you work from home or something? I'm like, wait, how are you opening the fridge 65 times a day? Okay. This is our beginning time transitioning in here. So let's meditate a little bit. That's pretty cool, though, to, like, know, right? It's like we're not really aware of how many times we're thinking something, a different thought, how many times we're opening a fridge door, how many steps we take, right? Like, now they have Fitbits now and stuff that calculate that for us. Okay. So, you know what? I think I want to do a combination of breath work. I sort of want to have us do, like, a fast one and balance out with a slow one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me see if I can get this one song again. Darn, I should have opened Spotify, not Spotify. I should have opened iTunes for this, but it's okay. I'm just gonna. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try the 5 cycle breaths that I usually would have us do. And that's where we're breathing in. I'm trying to think now. Is it in the nose for that one? Nose through the mouth. Okay, so we're going to do our breathing cycles through the mouth like this. Okay, since yesterday, for those of you who are in the tarot live stream that I did on Instagram, we did the other breath work. So we're just going to do that one. I'm trying to find it though. Give me one moment. There it is. Okay. And then I just have the slow song on the side we can transition to. All right, let's do 2 rounds because that'll be a good way to reset our energy. Alrighty. So whatever has been happening so far today, just allow yourself to let it go. Take this moment to just relax in your shoulders. If you want your eyes softly opened, that way you can look at my counting for our breath work. We're going to do 4 rounds of 5 breaths. Okay? And then on the last one, we'll breathe all the way in and then out. So just follow my cues. Okay, in position. You can reset your breath. Take a big deep breath in. Sigh out. Allow yourself to be heard. Let's do it again. Inside out. Energy release. And now we'll do our breath works in 3, 2, 1 through the mouth. Two more rounds of that. Last one. And breathe all the way in. Good. And then we're gonna hold for a minute. Just for a minute for this one. Holding all the way in. Filling all the way up in the chest. Maybe imagine the light energy here. This is your light energy of willpower, your confidence, your love for yourself. What color would it be? What would it look like? Is it sparkly, glittery? Is it a neon bright light? How would your confidence, your willpower show up if it was an energy within you? 15 more seconds. Keep holding. If you let out a little breath, breathe a little more in. And then 3, 2, 1, exhale all the way out. Good. Breathe some normal breaths in and out the nose. Good. And now resetting for section 2 of our next 4 rounds of 5 breaths. Sigh all the way out. And round 2, starting now. Wait, sorry. And now. Good. 2 more rounds. Last one. And all the way in. Very good. And now this time, holding for a minute and 30 seconds. Just relaxing the shoulders, even as your chest is filled all the way up, and notice any sensations in your body. If anything else comes to mind other than the meditation, just notice and then bring your awareness back to the center of your chest, and this energy that we're holding in here. We have about 20 more seconds. If you let out some air, breathe in more. Make sure you're filled all the way up in your chest. Keep the shoulders down. And imagining this light energy just balling up any self-doubt, any anxiety, any limiting beliefs. And then in 3, 2, 1, exhale out. Release the tension and negative energy out. Good. Take a big deep breath in again. Inside out. One more. Let it all out. And returning to your natural breath. Still with the eyes closed. And just imagine these next few breaths coming in and out the nose is continuing to fill you up with new energy, representing opportunities that you're just ready to take in. And scanning your body for any more tension that may be there. If there is any more tension within the body or any negative emotions, any anxieties, any limiting beliefs, doubts that you may have, allow yourself to exhale that on your next few breaths as much as you can. Good. Now when you're ready, you may gently blink your eyes open, come back into the room that we're in, and welcome back. All right, and welcome back. Hey, Joss, thank you so much for saying that, by the way. Well done with your channel so far. I feel like you're going to do very well. Thank you. Trying my best. I need to post more. I don't post enough because I have to get my life in order and focus on making a livable wage in person in my real life. So I was like, okay, let me take a break and then I can continue to build my YouTube. So thank you so much. Trying my best. But now let's get to the manifestation part. So I know some people that might watch this may not have been in my lives the past few weeks or even earlier this week. But if you didn't yet, Dwayne said awareness. That's what I needed in this moment. Thank you. Absolutely. You know, that's my job. Being a mindfulness teacher. And I need it for myself too. So when I do these sessions, it's like it's more powerful together, you know, when you're able to build an energy together. It just feels like, you know, this energy, it literally does come together from multiple people in a similar space, even if we can't see each other, you know. But that's also why people do group classes, like group fitness classes, because it helps them feel accountable, and then it helps that energy just be together, and it feels stronger that way, and it feels more powerful at times doing stuff in a group. So I'm glad I could help build with that awareness. I need it too. So it helps. You guys help me out too. Alright, so I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. I still want to do lo-fi beats again, but soon. So let me know if the music's too loud or anything. If you can hear it and it sounds okay, thumbs up. And in general, for those of you who haven't come to my live streams before, or in general, if you just haven't been there for a while, but you're finding this video, then in your piece of paper or journal, write down. I'm gonna write a good thing again on my thing too, but write down one thing that you're manifesting this year. And I'm saying, I'm not trying, I actually am trying to fix my wording. I'm not gonna say that you want to manifest this year, but I'm saying you are manifesting this year and like putting it into like a reality as if it's currently happening now. So as you're writing it, instead of saying, I want to manifest this or I want to accomplish this, it's like that wording is not bad, but it puts you in that reality of like obviously still like maybe the moment of here and now, right? Of, oh, I don't have that yet, right? But instead of being in that energy, even though we are here in the present moment, tap into the energy of I currently have this. So an example could be my goal I'm writing down is I am manifesting passive income. So it's like, oh, I currently in this moment am, and I'm in the process. I have the passive income. It's like literally right around the corner, that energy. So that's the energy you want. The eternal now. Yes, Dwayne, the eternal now. And again, I've been saying this a lot in my recent lives, but the only moment that exists is the present moment. And I recommend anyone who's interested to look into the audiobook, or if you like reading physical book, look into the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Okay? The Power of Now, because it's a really contemplative book that gets you to think about how your mind works and like the things that you're thinking, and acknowledging that like literally the thoughts that we had like a minute ago are now literally in the past. And it's crazy to think about in the next 10 seconds that is also going to be the present moment, and then it's going to be the past. And it's just crazy to think about, like the literal only moment is the present moment. And if we could talk to animals, and Eckhart Tolle said this in the book too, that if we could talk to like a fish in the sea and ask, what time is it? It's going to be like, what? You're silly. Like, the time is now? Like, what are you talking about? You know, they don't have concept of time. Only humans they make up a structure of time. And obviously, like being on time for work and stuff like that matters to an extent because the world we live in. But when it comes to like really actually trying to create your goals, you do have to step into the energy of the person that would be in that reality. So if you want to be rich, that's a lot of people's goal, right? I want to make a 10K a month, 100K a month, or whatever, you know. You gotta step into that energy of that person in the present moment. So what does that even look like, right? So we're gonna break that down. So just write down for now. I'm gonna rewrite my thing too, because I put a little more personal stuff on it that I added. So I'm gonna rewrite mine. I don't want to show that on the screen right now, but and I put two things. So let's just focus on one. Literally take a second to think about it. What did you actually really want this year? And you can feel free to share in the comments too. Like, that can be a way to set it in stone just by even typing it, but also write it too. You know, just letting it out into the universe. If you feel vulnerable, feel free to share. What's one thing that you actually want to manifest this year? What is it? And I think I would like maybe at least one answer, because I still want to use it as an example. So whoever doesn't mind me using it as an example, I'm gonna write it on my board. And if you don't want to share, it's okay. I can just use mine as an example. So I'm gonna write thing again. I am manifesting passive income. You can say I am currently manifesting passive income as we speak. Currently. And as you're writing too, not just writing it to write it, like actually imagine that feeling. Allow yourself to feel that feeling. I'm currently manifesting passive income. And allow yourself to feel that in this moment. Okay. And maybe above that, you can write down how it makes you feel. Just so we can like keep that energy and keep that in mind. And whenever you do feel upset, you can look at it too. And then it can refresh you, allow you to reset your energy to feeling just good about what you want to manifest. Maybe you feel confident. Maybe it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. For me, it makes me feel, if I manifested passive income, it would make me feel safe. Safe and secure. I'd feel at peace. I'd say definitely at peace or peaceful. Just use one word. Yeah, so those are 3 things I feel from that. And I could dive into that a little more, but I want us to start breaking this down a little more now too, right? So let me get my board over here. Oh my gosh, Rocky's sitting on me. For those of you who don't know Rocky, this is Rocky. This is my child, pretty much, right? He's like, I must be on camera. I must be. Okay, now he's jumping off. Okay, so I would like to help break down someone's goals if they're willing to share it. Josh said, hello, Rocky. Where are you? He went somewhere else. He was not having it. He was like, you're moving too much. So I have my board here, and I could literally take a picture of this and send it to you later if you follow me on Instagram too. But if you don't mind me using that as an example, whoever wants to share what you're trying to manifest this year, we're gonna start with your goal. So who wants to be the lucky one here? Why he look away, like we talked about this? Who, Rocky? And I'll give you guys like 30 seconds. So if you don't want to share, then just let me know too. Or you can give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't want to share and you're all set and I can just use mine. If you also need a moment, you can let me know too. It's gonna stretch. Stretch while I wait. Where is my water? Actually, give me one moment and look for my water. So if someone is typing right now, then I can like come back. And then we can use your goal as an example. Alrighty, I'll be back. I need my water. Okay, let's see. What do we got over here? Oop. Making a big mess. Okay, so I don't see anyone's goals written down. So that's fine. I'll just do mine as an example. That's fine. I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable and have their business out there or anything if they don't want to. All right. Okay, so let's do this. Aw, I was looking forward to helping someone though, other than just myself. I could do this on my own time for me. But hey, it'll help me out too. Okay, so let's do it. I'm gonna start with the pencil so I don't mess up anything. So here it is, right? I just want it nice and big. That's why I'm writing it on here. It's actually, no pencil. I'll just rock it out with the permanent marker. Because you guys won't be able to see it if it's in pencil. Okay. So I sort of started writing it on my own too, and I figured this would be good to continue my manifestation workshop. So goals, or I could put dreams, goals, dreams, 2025. Oh my God, I can't speak. Goals / dreams, 2025. All right. But starting with one, because once you can focus on one thing, you can accomplish it faster, right? Having like a full awareness on it, it's like meditation. So for me, passive income, that's my goal, right? But it's good to be a little more specific. Okay, how much do you want to make with passive income, right? I'm gonna play different music too. play a lo-fi beats. Make it chill. Okay. So passive income. My goal is to make 2K to 5K minimum per month, because I already work other jobs too, right? And to me, I could currently be comfortable with 2K to 5K minimum. 2K minimum. My cat being crazy. I don't know if you guys heard that. He's scratching my grandma's ottoman. He's terrible. Yeah, 10K maximum. So for me, 10K is the max per month currently. I mean, hey, it can go higher than that, but I'm just like, just for this year, like, you know, that's like an idea I'd be comfortable with, that I'd be fine with, right? So now I'm gonna circle that. Who knows, maybe it could go up to 100K. That would be awesome, right? 100K a month. And maybe you could allow yourself to go there, honestly. You could dream and go there and feel that, and it's possible. People do it. There's people who could do it out there. So, you know, let me actually go there with this, right? let me go there. Using our imagination, but also logicking at the same time, right? The logicking is us breaking this down. So we have passive income. I'm being specific. You always want to be specific with your goals. So if you're writing in your journal, the overall of what you want, if it's love, right? You're like, I want love or partnership this year. Then like start writing details, okay, of what that person would look like. Or not really look like, honestly. I think the personality should matter more too. But feel free to write down, I guess, multiple of those details. But I think you should do the personality first. Write down what the person looks like, right? If it's passive income, how much do you want to make minimum? Then how much do you want to make maximum, right? Because the more specific you are with your manifestations, the more likely they are to come true, okay? And then let's break this down even more. Let me know if I'm going too fast, by the way, and I can slow down too. So what are the different ways I could make passive income, right? So there's courses. That's an idea. You could do courses. Another thing you could do, I'm on YouTube right now, right? That's an idea. POD, print on demand. That's like graphic design stuff and art. There is, I don't know why I wrote down digital content as one, because I'm like, YouTube counts as digital content, so I could like, I could put that under YouTube, like YouTube/digital content in general, because maybe you could be open to like TikTok and Instagram. But for me, I'm like, I'm on Instagram too, right? So I'm just gonna narrow those two down together. Digital content. YouTube/digital content. An app. That's an idea. You could have an app made for you. You could collab with someone who might know how to make an app, or you could just look up how to make an app. That could be an option. An app. I was telling my friend Dwayne not too long ago, earlier today, a book. He could write a book. An ebook / have a book printed, so a book. Audiobook. Audiobooks are a thing these days, right? Okay. And passive income, what is that really though, right? So passive income would be something that you can create, and then you just create it once and then you make money from it. These days, I realistically feel like semi-passive income is more the real thing to say, because it's like you're still doing work and you're probably gonna have to do a little bit over time, but then you're just maintaining mostly, right? Like with a course, sometimes you're gonna want to upgrade things in that course, not just keep it the same, especially when you learn more stuff. And you might want to upgrade those details. If you do a book, you are doing the work once. Sometimes you could revamp things, right? But let's say passive / semi-passive, right? Semi-passive could be the real word for this, but I'll put that up there in tiny details. because expect to do a little bit of work still, even after you make it, right? You might need to do marketing and stuff. Okay, so those are some ideas in general. Let me know, does anyone else have any other ideas on how else you can make passive income, right? This is what I was saying. I would rather help someone else's goals, but not just mine right now. Courses, digital content, print on demand. You can make an app, a book. I'm trying to think, what else could there be? I'm eating Pringles. This is like my evening snack before I eat dinner. I know I'm a fitness instructor, but I'm eating Pringles. Josh said, I resell powders and seeds online. Creating the listing and finding the idea is the hardest part. Packing is very quick and easy. Okay. I'm actually curious because I usually wouldn't, I just do like things that I sell that are items, and I like always would wonder about that. Like I want to sell t-shirts, but I want to do print on demand. And I know that's like a lot of marketing, but you could do merch on demand with Amazon. That's hard to get into, or it's challenging because there's a lot of people, you know. But it's like I would wonder, oh, should I have t-shirts, right, that I would sell? But then what is that process? You have to buy the actual shirts. You have to buy the thing that would print the art on the shirts, right? And so like I would sort of think about that, like, oh, what about the packaging? I'm sure packaging would be easy, right? You might have, like, for shirts, you get like one of those envelopes, right, with the bubbles. I can't even think right now. You know, when you mail stuff out, right? The bubble wrap, right? So I'm sure it's not that. Yeah, the packaging part's definitely probably not the hardest. Just like advertising it. I think the hardest thing for anything, though, guys, will be marketing. So I think that'll end up being one of the things we're gonna have to break down. I might just stop here though for the ideas, and then just start breaking them down more now, though. Unless anyone else has ideas. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Okay, let's break it down a little more. Let me eat my Pringle real quick. Okay. So, let's say I go about the courses, right? I think for each of these, first I probably would figure out in rates on like a scale of like 1 to 10, like, or 1 to 5, 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, like how you actually feel about each of these things, you know? Because you don't want to just start one only just because of like the amount of money it can make you, though. I think you want to be able to do both because you can enjoy the process more, right? So I think that's where I'm going to write it with a pencil, though. I feel like I'm out of like, I have like these mechanical pencils. They're like low on pencil. Pretty much like all the ones I have over here are. So let me see. In case you change your mind, you know, maybe you want to erase it later. Okay, I think this one's good. Yeah. So when I think of the one that sticks out to me the most personally is print on demand, right? Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. I feel like the phone's a little too close to it. So for me, yeah, print on demand to me, I'm like at a 1 out of 10. Print on demand is like a 10 to me because I like art and I like graphic design. So that's a 10. And then the next thing I think would be courses, because I just like the idea of a course being a structure, and I am someone who likes to teach people. Clearly I'm teaching now. And it's like I literally can make a video, like how right now, the live stream I'm doing, I can make a video in general and then put it into the course as a way of teaching people for whatever I want to teach them, right? And I already have one that I started making. So for me, I'm like, okay, of course, maybe I'll say for me, that feels like an 8 out of 10, maybe. I was thinking 9, but I'm like, 8.5 out of 10 for me. 8.5, that's what I'll do. 8.5 out of 10. And the reason why I'm doing 8.5 is because with the courses, yeah, there's a lot to it, structure-wise. I mean, you can use AI, though. Okay, we're going to dive into that more, actually, on how to, like, break down, okay, what's all the parts to this that you actually enjoy, right? So now with YouTube, right, that's digital content, YouTube/digital content. So far, from having done it the past year, I do enjoy my live streams. I enjoy them more than actually filming a video and having to edit it, to be honest. But making and editing videos is how you get more views and more subscribers, right? So for me, I'm realizing I think doing YouTube content and digital content itself, it gives me a lot of stress making posts and making new things. So that is more like maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. So I'm gonna put a 6.5 out of 10 for me. It's just because of my ADHD, right? So I think it's good to like basically rate how you feel about all of these things that you have ideas for. So like say your goal is love instead, right? And you wrote down all the traits of the person that you would like to meet. And I feel like you shouldn't do appearance as much because I don't know. It's good to be specific, but it might, I don't know, it could possibly limit too much, I guess. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's always a possibility out there. So maybe it's fine to write the traits of the person physically too. But anyway, once you write down all those traits, you want love. This is what you want from love in general, right? This is definitely going to be so different from the passive income one. But write down the ways on how you can go about that love. Maybe you write like dating apps. Maybe where would that person be hanging out if you were getting to meet them? Are they someone who likes rock shows? Would they be going to like, I don't know, a Nicki Minaj concert or something, right? Like where would you be going in order to like see if you can meet someone, like the person that you're envisioning, right? So that's the way to break that down. If you're doing love. I don't know. I just picked those two. I don't know where else. I don't know what other dreams and goals that people let me know, and I could break that down. Security in multiple areas. If one thing fails, it's good to have a few. Exactly. That's why I'm even writing a few ideas, because it allows you to explore, okay, what are the few options to get that end goal, because there is usually a lot of ways you can do it. But you do want to start with the one, and then you can work your way on the other one once you're solid with the one idea. So for me so far, okay, let me just finish my rating so I can like, book, I say book, there's a lot that comes with making a book. I feel like, and I haven't written something in a long time, so maybe I'll put that as like a 2 out of 10, right, for me. And an app, I feel like there's a lot of prepping with that one too. There's prepping with all of them, I feel like, but with an app, to me, that's more exciting because it's just like, have something accessible at your own hand. Say like I had like fitness stuff or meditation stuff in an app. That would be really cool. But so I'm just gonna give that a 5 out of 10, right? Like I think maybe right now I feel like it's a 5 out of 10. I could change it later because I wrote it in pencil, right? All right. So now breaking those down a little more. So let's start with the courses, since it's all the way on the left here. Okay, well, how would I go about, oops, I have to pull this forward. How do I go about making the course, though, right? So, I've already started making a course in general, so I can more easily give the idea and visual to you guys. So, usually it's research, right? I feel like, yeah, I'll write it with a Sharpie still. So, you can make, it's like a web, honestly. This is like a web. So, I'm going to write down research. And I'm just going to write, like, honestly, I said research. From what I'm looking at here, I'm probably just going to write it as, like, a list, clearly, because there's a lot of other things here. So with research, there's research. What else can I do with a course, right? Trying to figure out how to make a course. You figure out platforms when you research, right? I think honestly all of these are gonna require, this is me literally breaking this down for the first time now to this level, so I'm like, wait, Honestly, all of them require a little research, right? So I could put that in the middle, to be honest. Definitely research. It's always the next goal, I feel like, is researching. But luckily, in 2025, we have AI, right? So research. But you don't have to Google things anymore, which you would think, oh, you can find anything on Google. But now you could just use AI and it gives you more direct answers. But you also have to be specific when you type to AI. You literally talk to it like you're talking to a person. Like, give it every detail. But yeah, so research, I'm going to put AI, because why would you not want to use AI if you can make it faster for you? So AI, ChatGPT, that's one thing. I'm actually trying to learn more about AI too. I'm gonna write that down. ChatGPT. So if you go in ChatGPT, right, and you're asking it questions, I think you also just gotta figure out your niche too, honestly. So research and niche, or what you're trying to write about, what the topic is. If this is about the income, right? Research, niche. And if you don't know what a niche is, it's, like I said, it's a topic, but it's like, you can have a super niche, and a super niche would be like the overall broad theme. So like, say, like on YouTube, right? Example, wellness. Okay, well, what part of wellness? Wellness is a broad topic, right? There's fitness wellness. There's like literally exercising. There's also yoga, stretching. There's meditation, which is connected to yoga, but it's its own topic too. There's spirituality itself, wellness. There's mental health, psychology wellness. There's like so many different aspects of the wellness niche. So once you find your direct niche, a more specific one, then you can write on that topic. Not write, but create what you're creating on that topic, right? That goes literally for all the things. But also, you gotta figure out, okay, so a topic that you like, that you feel passionate about, right? But then, okay, what would you be wanting to give out in terms of that topic, right? What would you be doing that people would want and need? And that's usually the thing, right? So if we're trying to make money, we need customers, right? Usually. Customers are clients. But if you do that, then it's like, how would you go about that, right? Like, it's like, you gotta think about it. You gotta actually think about it. And a lot of the time, if you're just thinking about business in terms of like, okay, making money, then you're not gonna be as fulfilled. So I think that it's better to tap into, like, literally in your heart, something that you're passionate about, that you already know about, right? So these are ways to make passive income. We've all gone through life experiences. Then you can do a niche of something that you have experience with. It literally could even be if you went through heartbreak and you learned how to get through heartbreak, right? And you became a stronger person, and now you're more confident compared to, like, what, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, right? Maybe you would be able to make something passive income wise based on that, and you'd be helping people, right? And that's rewarding. And you actually would be, like, fulfilled making the creation of it, right? It could be, maybe you're good at sports, right? Maybe you're specifically really good, and that's even a broad term too, sports. Sports is an exercise within wellness, but maybe you're good at specifically basketball, right? And then it's like, okay, well, there's people out there who want to learn basketball or how to play or how to be good, So then maybe you would make something on that on YouTube, right? Or maybe if you like art too, you'd be able to do print on demand, right? So it's like knowing, I think, the specifics of like where you feel most aligned to. I think that's even something for me I would sort of struggle with, because I like multiple things myself, honestly. Like, I like different parts of wellness. So I'm like, okay, well, which one matters more to me, right? And I think just start on one that you do more the most. And this is even advice for me. I mean, someone told me that before too, so it's not like I've just been thinking about this for the first time. But I'm gonna write that in pencil too, just in general. When you align with the most. Just to start out, you know, you can do more things. And it just makes it easier to, like, I guess, find your stuff. I realize, like, especially with YouTube, in my experience with YouTube, they want to send your videos out to people because they want to make money. They want people to look at your videos for you to get big, for you to then have ads on your video, for them to make money from people watching the ads. YouTube does want that. But they need you to have, like, a certain, like, niche too, so they can know who to send it out to too. I think that's why even for me, I've been taking my time at coming back to making videos because I want to make sure it's something that I want to do more consistently, right? So I'm probably going to be doing meditation because I already do it. Meditation and yoga, they definitely go hand in hand. Those are basically like two direct niches together, but a lot of people that like yoga are going to like meditation. They are one and the same actually too. Yoga is meditation, meditation is yoga. Anyways, yes. So you could break it down even further. So research using AI. What would you be looking up in order to create this, right? And this is the reason why we're breaking it down so much is so you can decide, like, if you actually want to do one of the modes more than the others, right? I may have said that already earlier, but just to give that reminder. So the research, what would you be looking up? You would be looking up your audience, right? Your clients. Who would be interested in what you're creating? And it's interesting for me. I'll talk more about my situation in a moment, but okay. So audience, do research on that. And it could be someone that's similar to how you are too, because if you're someone who's in that position before, like if you are trying to teach about heartbreak or you're teaching about the stock market or something like that, right? Then it's like you're someone who's in the position of like being on the less desired spectrum of it, right? Like you were heartbroken before and now you're not heartbroken, right? Or if you were once upon a time like stuck in a 9 to 5, but then now you're good at the stock market, right? Now you're on the opposite end. You know what it's like to be on that negative side, the more undesired side. And you know what the pain points are, right? So the audience, do research on the audience, and then wait, give me a moment. I want to write more. I'm trying to figure if I should write it like here or under the audience. Wait. Yeah. Write it under audience. So under audience, you would write down, let's see, wants/needs. I'll write that down. Because what do people want/need? You know, a lot of people want to buy things that are shiny, right? Shiny, or it's like temporary happiness. Like people like food, but they eat the food for nourishment. But a lot of people go out to restaurants, right? And they don't really need to. But they do it because it's like, it's an experience too, right? But then once they eat the restaurant food, it's gone. So they pay all this extra money for restaurant food, which I love restaurants too, so I'm not trying to talk mess about it. But it's like, you know, once you eat it, it's gone, right? Or like if someone buys like, I don't know, the newest Nikes or something like that. And it's like, okay, but you know, is this something they want or need in their life? It's just like people like instant gratification things. So it's like, that's the route to go. Like if whatever niche you pick, it's something that people just like for instant gratification, hey, that definitely could make you a lot of money. You know, like alcohol. Places that sell alcohol make a lot of money because they have alcohol in there. But it's also like, okay, well, let me see. Is this something that they actually need too? And you have to consider, like, I guess for me, an example, like with fitness and wellness stuff, I realized, like, wow, it's actually hard to get a lot of clients, you know? Just in my experience, personally. And there's a lot of other factors to that, too, like marketing and whatnot, which we're going to talk about soon. I think that's a big topic to talk about. And even I'm still working on that part. But for wants and needs, it's like, okay, I'm passionate about wellness and spirituality, but even people are like, oh, they have an interest in it, they might not be willing to spend money on it, right? But it's like, okay, why is that, right? Because it's like usually people do want instant gratification things, but you have to like convince them like why they really need it. In a way, it's like, I don't know. This if you're sort of thinking like businessman, businesswoman talk, but it's important to think about the psychology of like, if you're trying to make passive income, you are gonna have to create something. You're technically your own boss, right? So you sort of have to think like this, and it's something that was hard for me for a while, and I'm just recently starting to get like more comfortable with it, because it's like if you do really believe in what you're doing, and it is helping people, then it's like, I don't know. It's just you don't feel as awkward about it. I guess they don't teach you this in school anyway, so that's why it can be awkward for a lot of people. Um, yeah. Even in my school, and my school was like one of the top schools in this nation, and they still didn't even teach us about marketing and things like that. It's crazy. Um, Ironically. But yeah, wants and needs, right? Even pain points, because people are going to want help with things. I mean, I can go under wants and needs, but pain points, and you would know them too if it's something you experienced. So it's not like you're just tugging at people for no reason. For no reason. You're not tugging at people like you're just making up stuff. Like if you're genuine and you actually understand what people are going through, then it's going to make sense that what you're trying to create for passive income, you know? So it really does have to matter to you, though. For sure, your reason why has to matter a lot. And maybe that's something I could put on the side up here. Reason why. I'll say your why. Your why. Put like an asterisk there, because that matters a lot. You know, your reason why you would want to make passive income is really important. You know, and like the reason why you want to pick the niche that you're picking too. That's really, really important. I'm gonna write that in a different marker, just so we can keep that in mind, right? Because that plays into, okay, your wants and the needs, and researching the wants and needs of your audience and the pain points of them, and like understanding like, okay, what will make them like even care to buy this thing that I'm trying to sell, right? So it's like, obviously your reason why is gonna matter a lot. Like you want to help people. You also, with the money, you want to donate to charities. That's the reason why. You want a comfortable life for your families growing old, you know? Like stuff like that. And then that's what's going to keep you going to even continue trying to make passive income. Because it is going to take a little bit of time, because you have to create the things first before you actually make the passive income. And I think a lot of creators out there, I don't know. In 2024, I took these courses. I'm not going to like name all the people I took courses from, but they made it, some creators made it seem like it was easier than what it was. And when you have a job or multiple jobs, and then you're also trying to make passive income, is not as easy as a lot of them would like to say. So it is work. You know, it's not going to be as fast, especially if you don't have a lot of connections too, and you're literally building from the ground up. Yeah. It's not as easy or fast as they say, but it could take a year to 2 years if you're really focused. I think if I was really focused and had certain levels of direction, like a mentor too, like one person to help me, it would have been different, right? So that's actually another thing too. So under research, maybe research a mentor, someone to learn from. Mentor slash, inspiration. Like, I want to do a Terra YouTube channel, which I actually don't know how soon I'm going to be able to do that, just based on certain goals right now. But I'm going to do it this year. But I have someone I follow, I subscribe to on YouTube, and she's sort of like the model for me. She's like a role model for me. So I just watch what she does. And when I start my YouTube channel, I want to probably do something pretty similar. You know, maybe not at first, because she's a lot of high-tech things, but, you know, I have a similar style already in my tarot readings currently, like sort of similar, starting to. But mentor slash inspiration, you're going to like follow them and watch them. You research the audience, research mentor slash inspiration. You just look around. And then another thing you would look up for sure, a big thing is marketing, right? So, because that's just how you're going to make the passive income. You have to market it to people. Let me know if you guys can even see this. I feel like it's like tiny looking. It's big to me because I'm sitting in front of it. So marketing, right? And I know if you want what you want to manifest is love, and this is like totally different from that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me know, and then we can sort of like I can talk through some points. But anyway, marketing. So marketing, definitely research on that is super important. Like, how are you gonna market? I mean, it's gonna be connected too. How are you gonna market to your audience too, right? So those are sort of like interchangeable. Marketing is all about. Honestly, I don't even know if that should be. Yeah, I mean, I think they're interchangeably like connected because it's like when you're marketing, you're trying to target your audience, the people that are gonna care about what you're doing. Like, if you're like, I want to help moms who were pregnant before get fit or something. It's like you have to literally look up information about moms that were pregnant and what issues they go through, their wants and needs in order to market to them. Yeah. So it's like those are definitely connected, and I'm probably gonna like color that in a different marker too a little bit. Let's do blue. Right. The marketing part's the most important part, and I'm realizing. Because honestly, you might not even need like a mentor or coach if you're someone who went through your own shit and you're, sorry YouTube, but yeah, if you went through your own shit and you're able to teach how you got through something, you might not even need like marketing. You might not even need like a mentor or someone to watch, but usually, there's always someone that's done the thing before you, so it is good to look at examples of how, and like you sort of can slightly like you're not even really copying them, but you are at the same time. It's like, it's not like they invented it, but it's like you can copy them in their style if it gives you an idea of how to format yourself. But yeah, anyway, marketing, the different modes of marketing, so that can branch off to like what platform, right? So a platform for marketing. And then we can branch that out to the different platforms. Social media, obviously, is the main thing. You put social media. I could list different social medias. I don't know if I'll do that right now in a second. But yeah, there's social media as a platform for marketing. There is. You could use. I know this sounds like a little old schoolish, but you could use magazines too. It depends on what you're creating, honestly. Magazines. It depends. I think, yeah, that's why you have to do the research. You could literally ask ChatGPT, like, how would be the best way to market what I'm trying to do, right? So magazines. And you'd be specific, too. So if I'm like, say, okay, I want to make passive income on, like, okay, like I made a course with my friend called Manifest Your Best Self, right? And it was, for me, it was a fail. No, it wasn't really a failure. Like, I was glad I had people in my free workshop. I marketed that a bit. I had like 6 people. It was my first workshop. I really want to help people, and so I was hoping to get some people in the course, right? But I didn't have anyone, and there's multiple reasons for that, right? For the course, they also had income things going on, and it's like you have to consider that as the audience too. So that's why it's like you got to research the audience you want to help and like the ways that you can get there. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I could target people who are rich and have a lot of money, but it's like, are those the people I really want to help? I mean, it's not bad. They're human too, and they need people to help them. But it's like you just got to think about stuff like that. I don't know. You could help people with a lot of money first, and then you help people who have less money, and then you can help them with like, a cheaper cost or something. That could be a way, but it's like you have to sort of like bite the bullet and help the people you don't want to help first, maybe sometimes. But anyway, marketing platform. Choose a platform for marketing. Social media, magazines. I don't even want to say newspapers. That's not a thing right now. Radio. You can somehow get on the radio. Figure that out. Not like I have, but people do it. That's why you hear commercials on radios and things, right? People talk about stuff, morning shows and things. There's something else. I'm trying to think. What is it? It was in my head. I don't know. Would a podcast count as social media? It could. It might already count as social media too. There's another thing I'm trying to think of as a platform for marketing. If anyone has ideas, let me know, because this could help you out too. There's something. What is it? I would just say going in person to the places where you could see the people that is your audience going. That would be connecting to what your niche is. So let me actually circle niche. I'll probably just circle it here too. Research niche. Okay. Right. All right. I'm like hoping it doesn't look too messy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Marketing. You find a platform for marketing. Social media, magazines, radio. In-person places. Because honestly, yeah, sort of like networking helps a lot. You know what I mean? You gotta it's like you have to meet people that do the same thing as you. So honestly, that counts as marketing too. Networking with people. So I'll say in-person / networking. In-person / networking. And an example is like for me, and this has been a challenge for me actually. I don't know, you probably can't even read what that says. Oh my god, networking. I don't know. I'll take a picture of it or something if anyone wants it later. In-person / networking. So like an example is for me, I am all about wellness and spirituality, but I'm also a raver and I like going to raves too. And some people don't know what that is still, but raving is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the alternative people in society's type of clubbing, but it's not clubbing. It's the hippies and outcasts version of clubbing. I don't know how to call it. And basically, it's like I consider myself a raver. I love ravers, so I go to rave events, and I meet people, and I genuinely like making friends. Because I think if you're not genuine, obviously it's like it's gonna just show through, you know. But it's like you actually have to want to be there and like to be in these places, not force yourself outside of like what is actually in your nature, you know. Like you're not gonna end up making passive income, I think, that way if you're not actually enjoying where you're going to even like network, you know. It's like so forced, you know, or at least have some kind of interest. So I would go to raves, meet people, and then, you know, I would add people on Instagram, and, you know, I think I could, critiquing myself, I could talk more to these people about like what I do. And sometimes I do, if people ask me, I might tell them, you know, and they would think that's so cool. They're like, wow, you go to raves and you're into spirituality and wellness. That's so cool. And it's like, you know, that's how I ended up building my following on Instagram with over 1,000 people on it. And does everyone look at my stuff? No. There's a lot of people they probably follow on Instagram, and it's like, I think that's also part of networking too, having to talk to everyone. But it's like, if you don't have time to talk to everyone too, that's how social media can be hard though too. So you just gotta think of like all the ways to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know about exactly like magazines and radio. I just know that if you have products, from what I looked at before in the recent past, it's better if you have like hands-on products for them to be in magazines. Radio, it could be multiple things. But I'm not gonna like, you know, talk out of my ass for that one. In person / networking, I'm like, that's something that I think I'm even still researching upon too. But I think, okay, so let me talk about something that I've successfully accomplished in terms of manifestation, right? So my event the past weekend is an example. All right, so I'll just go with that as an example. I sort of filled up this page, and I don't want to like make it like a giant blob too much more at this time. I mean, it's something we can continue to revisit too. So with my event that I had the past weekend, it was a success, and I was happy. I had 2 sessions, right? It was meditation and yoga event. I had one session. It could fit like up to 6 people originally, but I was able to fit up to 7. I pushed that limit, and we were able to fit 7. Was it a bit of like an intimate squeeze into the space? Yeah, but it worked, and people had a good time. So I fit 7 people in the session. It was full. I had a second session, only fit 2 people, right? But I was even surprised I even got 2 people for the second one. I didn't think on a Saturday evening I would even get 1 person for that second session, but I thought I might as well try, right? And for me, it all started with my vision of having wellness as like my main goal, right? So imagine the main goal here is like teaching classes, right? Being a yoga instructor, fitness instructor, and all that. So I had the vision and dream first, and then I thought of, okay, well, how can I do that? Obviously, I have to get my certifications in order to teach. That would be like in this row, right? My reason why, though, is because I have something in my heart, like I don't want people to go through things that I went through when I was younger, or I don't want them to have to withstand those things for a long time, like being depressed and having like suicidal ideation and struggling with anxiety and struggling with ADHD and finding out ADHD like into your early adulthood rather than earlier in your life. Definitely like it was a lot, like I'm grateful that I learned a lot about myself at an earlier age, because I know people that are like even my father at his age probably doesn't even know about his own mental health, right? So that's my reason why. My reason why is definitely very deep. It's like I want to help people. I don't want people to go through drastic major depression and anxiety and not be happy. I want people to be able to realize like they're powerful and they deserve to be heard and seen and valued. And that's what I wanted in my life. And it would have been good if I had even more support in other ways. But I had support from my best friend, right? And she was there for me. And so then once I was able to get past this certain point of healing for myself, I was like, okay, like I want to impact people's lives, like because my therapist impacted my life, and I had my therapist, and that was like that's when I had my whole spiritual awakening for myself, and then had this willpower to want to help people, right? So that's my reason why. I have a strong reason why. So for whatever your goal is, definitely a reason why should be the next strongest thing. So it's like if you feel good about whatever your goal is, if it's like, oh, I want to find love, well, what's the reason why? Is it just because you feel lonely? Or is it like you have a bigger goal in mind, So I know that's like just one little theme of that. But so, sorry, I'm trying to dive a little deeper about it. So basically, I had the image of like one day I want to have my own yoga studio or yoga cafe. That's what I would call it. And I'm like, okay, obviously that's going to be some steps from now. I'm working on my certifications. What else do I need, right? Like, if I do a yoga cafe, I need some kind of license or something for food. So I started to put that on the back burner, right? But I was like, it's something I see in the future. So now it's like, I'm working on my certifications the past few years since 2019, 2020. 2019, I was saving for it. 2020, I got certified for fitness, to teach group fitness. I became a personal trainer in 2021. Then I got nutrition certificate in 2022. 2023 was meditation. 2024 was yoga. And now I'm 2025. Now I'm going to work on more. But it's like I always had that vision of like I'm going to have my yoga cafe. And it ended up being like, okay, a wellness cafe or something. There's more to it. But basically, it's like I did have a vision. I was like, it'll probably be accessible for people with wheelchairs. It'll look like this. It'll just be like this cozy space. Like it'll feel like, I don't know, a family, And this is why I'm saying manifestation is real though, because it's like if you just live your life and you just try your best to stay positive and be grateful for what is working in the moment. Like I was grateful for like my current job, some of my current jobs I have now, which at this point, part of me is like, I feel like I need to phase some of these current things out. Like, but they're in my life for a reason too. Like one of my current jobs is for like, it's gonna help me with marketing and being able to be comfortable talking about business stuff and pricing and money, because money is just a tool. It's like our value, you know. It's like a value for an exchange in general. So it's like it's not bad or it's good. You definitely have to change your relationship with money if you're trying to make passive income. So if this is your goal or something related to money, then definitely your relationship with money is gonna have to like change. You can't see it as like people who have a lot of money are evil, because then it's like if you have a lot of money, are you gonna see yourself as evil? You know, you're sort of gonna subconsciously not gonna want to like make a lot of money or think you deserve to make a lot of money, or like, you know, because you're associating it with evil. It's just a tool, and there's good people with a lot of money, and there's some really messed up people with a lot of money too. But it's like what you choose to do with it, and that's why your reason why matters so much, right? Like I'm trying to create something where there can be a community in person, but also online. And that's the vision I started growing even as the years went on. And then with this juice bar that I had the event at last weekend, the woman reached out to me. She reached out to me, and you know, it's like I don't usually look at my email, so it's like that's why you gotta keep your eyes and ears like awake to the signs, right? So like she emailed me and she was saying she wanted me, and then my other friend I was collabing with for like the course stuff I was trying to make last year. Like she was saying she was interested in having us teach at her place. And at first I thought it was like maybe a scam email, but I was like, I don't know, this looks like a real person. And then the fact that she referenced like it's both of us in our Instagram, and I was like, okay. And then she just said like you could text her and talk about details and stuff. So we talked, and I called her on the phone and we talked, right? So it's like this person reached out to me though, and I was just living my life, doing my thing, and I had the vision in mind. And she's a juice bar, right, with smoothies, and that's like how you can see that, right? Like yoga and fitness, and then like with smoothies, and that just goes all well with the wellness. You know, that goes all together. And then like it sort of occurred to me the past weekend, like wow, like it had like a ramp for accessibility to go up, and that's something I envisioned for my own wellness cafe thing, whatever I'm saying, right? But obviously, I can still have my own thing. I think this is just one stepping stone to like me going to where I need to go too. And I think that this was a way for me to like have that. Like I always envisioned myself having classes and teaching people, and me just feeling confident while teaching. And we were having fun when teaching. Like I had some anxiety because it was my first like yoga specific event, but I definitely was having fun, and there were some moments of confidence I was having too. And it just felt good though. Like by the end, it definitely was what I dreamed of. Like I had did like a bonus journaling session at the end, and that's something that I recently started incorporating. And it's not something I thought about before, right? But it's like the pieces that end up lining up, you start finding more things about yourself or like what you like, and then you end up adding it into your dreams, and it ends up being sometimes better than you imagine. And to me, I am grateful. I think it's better than what I originally would have just imagined. Like sure, a class with a lot of people, sure, but it was this intimate space, and then I was able to do journaling, and I helped people get out their comfort zone and share their thoughts and their reflections on their experience, and that's beautiful to me. So it's like I felt really happy about that. And it was people, so for the audience for that, it was people from my high school actually. Like half the people were from my high school, and then some of the people weren't. But it's like it's interesting. That's why it's like don't be too attached to how everything happens when you manifest, you know? But still have the idea of like, okay, I'm gonna try to plan for this, and that, but keep your eyes open for like what may possibly happen. Thank you, Jost. You said, sorry. Okay, you said I used to go to free parties in the countryside. Time in my life I'll never forget. That's awesome. I bet it was amazing too with the nature and everything. Had like campfires and stuff, right? Yeah. And you know, like usually it is in the times that you're like just genuinely going about your life, and then you can meet people and talk to them genuinely about what you're doing, and then you know, it's like somehow marketing becomes natural to you. So I definitely think like building this awareness over marketing is helpful for sure. It's the number one thing. I know, sort of like was diving a bit into breaking down, but I think you can even break all of this down even more too. And that's why I just was starting to give the idea on what you can do. Obviously, maybe in your journal, you'll have more space, or I don't know. I could write on the back of this too, but it's like, trying to see, would I break this down even more? I'm just letting you guys know, yeah, I had the vision in general, and the pieces are coming together for sure. And now it's just like, okay, well, now the other parts of like the dream that you have, right? And just allowing the opportunities to come to you too. It's like once you start taking steps and subconsciously you're in this place of like, once you allow yourself physically to get into the routines and habits of being the person with your goal or dream fulfilled, right? Like you'll subconsciously start attracting those situations just by like already being, I don't know how to describe it. You're already like taking actions as a person, or you're already like starting to do that, right? You're gonna be in the mind of the person that would be having their dream accomplished or wish fulfilled. So that's the ideas there. I don't know if there's any questions for me, or if you want me to break down something else even more. We're hitting, what is this now? An hour and 20? Oh gosh, this always happens. I'll try to break it down a bit, you know? But let me know if you have any questions, or if this is if you feel motivated now to like just at least start, if you didn't already like start like writing down your things and start breaking it down. Maybe see if you can do that, you know? Because even for like the in-person networking, right? Like if I want to break that down more, or break down social media, what platforms do I use, right? Literally, you could break down anything even more into pieces and steps, and then it's like you can like, I guess you would go up from there. You would, it's not like you're going backwards in a way. Yeah, it's supposed to be like it was supposed to be a pyramid, but this is also based on the idea of the tarot reading I was doing last week on Instagram, and was it also, I don't know if it was, no, it wasn't my meditations I do on YouTube. It was my tarot Tuesdays I do. There was a card, the Eight of Pentacles. It was a certain theme, fairy deck sort of, and it had like a spider on it with 8 different parts of like the web balled up. So it's supposed to be 8 of Pentacles, and Pentacles is like coins, so it's like representing wealth and abundance. So like basically the idea is like it's like a spider web that's slowly being built in different sections, right? So you're like taking your time to the different sections of what you need to do to like build up to your dream and your goal, right? You're just webbing it out. And you know, sometimes maybe you go in one part of the web and you're like, no, I don't really like that. So let me try this part of the web, right? But that's why you do it on paper, so you're not like real life, real time, like, oh, I'll try making a book, and then you realize, I don't like making a book. Now let me try, let me go backwards and try to do a course instead, right? So it's like trying your best to sort of lay it out in front of you in your own way. And really break it down, like actually really break it down. Like even go with like, how would I feel marketing in person and networking? How would I feel marketing on social media? Do I like one more than the other? And then you maybe focus on one more than the other, you know? And I'm writing all this down even for, like, for myself too, because this year I really am trying to like, this is what I want. I want passive income for sure. And there's, you know, there's like gonna be a lot of parts of that is going to be part of your mindset too, and how you're choosing to go about the things. And that's why we break it down to see the different avenues of that. But yeah, I think I might wrap this up in a minute. If anyone has any questions for me, feel free to ask and let me know. Oh, marketing. Also ads. I forgot about that. But it's like you gotta add. I mean, that would be on social media too. Ads would be under social media. It's a lot. I mean, you could pay money for ads, but it's like, if you're trying to go the free route, definitely, like, I think just trying to build on social media, that could take time. So if you do in-person networking, that could be better. You can go to like some free events, like even if you're like, I'm trying to be a tattoo artist and make $10K a month or something. then you go to like a free tattoo convention or where people that like tattoos would be, right? And you would talk to them and let them know that you're a tattoo artist. Or if you didn't even get your tattoo, if you didn't even get like your art degree to become a tattoo artist, then you gotta start planning that out. Some things could take time, you know. Depends, whatever your goal is, you know. Love, passive income. I don't know. You're trying to be a tattoo artist. Oh, stock market was one I forgot to put down. That's what I meant. Stocks / crypto. That is a 9 out of 10 for me. Well, I think stocks is more like, yeah, I'll say 9 out of 10. Because you can stay home and do it, and literally, if you do stock market well enough, if you know how to learn it well enough, you literally can make. Some people I'm in a group. There's a guy named Keenan Grace on YouTube. He's like the real deal for sure. And I literally joined his group for like $10, like $10 a month on like Patreon. But he has like a Discord, and it's like there's people in there, and it's like he has like live streams he posts that you could join. Yeah, on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and trade with them. Like he'll show you when he goes in and out. Obviously, he's not like anyone's financial advisor and stuff, but I mean, well, he recommends having like, I guess, stock options, which is like this is a slight different category of stock trading, but I don't have that. But I just, because you have to like apply for it and I make a certain amount of money or something. But normal stock trading too, that's still a way to make good money. You just have to like focus on like 1 or 2 stocks if you don't have a lot of money. 1, 2, or 3 that are actually really, really good. Put most of your money in those. Maybe even money from paychecks and stuff. And then it builds up with the interest of like the stocks that when it goes up, just learning it. I mean, that obviously takes time too, because the time it takes is like learning about stocks. But I feel like it doesn't take as long as a lot of people like to think. It's not as hard as a lot of people like to think. I think it's challenging enough, but I think knowing patterns most of all and just paying attention to news will help you. Like a lot of people got rich once certain people got into office for the United States, and that's why the stock market's actually doing well too. But sort of a lot of people put their feelings aside about whatever they think, and then it's just, you know, like if you make money from the stock market, then that's just what you have to consider, like that possibility. Just like with your any niche, you gotta consider like what is the risks or the pros and cons, or like are the cons the things you want to deal with, you know. I feel like you have enlightened me. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Yes. That's the goal. Love your energy. You have kept my attention every moment. Really? Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Part of me in my head, I was like, am I boring anyone right now? Eating Pringles. I'm writing a giant web of words. I don't even know if they can see it. I'm like, I don't even know. I mean, I guess so. It looks like it's reversed, though. And I'm confused. I don't know. I'm curious if it's reversed for you guys. I wonder. Because when I'm looking at the camera, it's like the words definitely they're not written the right way. But we'll be back. Yay! Thank you so much. I'm glad. I mean, I can do more workshops like these for sure. Just let me know. I can check in basically about this in like a couple weeks or even next week. It just depends on like, you know, what different topics of it we can talk about. I feel like this is something that could take time for people, so like I would rather give a little bit of time. Maybe we could check in next week about it. Not next week, sorry, next month about it. But in general, I started a gratitude challenge on YouTube earlier today. So if you can't start day 1 right away, that's fine. But whenever you start, I'm just going to be posting for 21 days. A 21-day gratitude challenge, because gratitude is stepping into the energy of abundance. When you're already feeling grateful for stuff, then you feel like, oh, I have this thing, and you feel good about it. Like, I'm grateful that this happened and that happened. Like, you're feeling in abundant energy. So I'm trying to do that for the new year for anyone who wants to just make sure they can maintain positive mindset, but also like even if you're going through challenges, be able to see like the silver linings of that. So then it's like you're not going down a spiral of like depression and negativity in your head, because I would do that a lot in my past. So this is my way of trying to help people if they want to like step into that gratitude energy and maintain it for 21 days as a habit. They say you build a habit in 21 days. Definitely depends on the person, but that's a good amount of time to like keep each other accountable. So if you want to join that, you can check out my post I made. It's not a video, it's just a community posts on my page. He said it's fine, a whiteboard would be a good investment. Yeah, I should get a whiteboard, honestly. Actually, I do. They're all filled with stuff on them. This is one. This is like some of my goals this year, and you have numbers on them because I rated them based on things that like matter to me most. Sort of like what we were doing here. Gotta put it on a scale because I mean I'm trying to make up for the fact that I'm neurodivergent. So for me, I have a hard time prioritizing things because to me everything matters at the same time. I'm like, all of it matters. So I have to really sit here and think like, okay, which really makes sense for my life, my livelihood, what I'm trying to do and build, and also in my heart what feels like generally actually fulfilling. So it's like, that's why I put ratings. But I think it's good for people in general, whether you're neurotypical or neurodivergent, to like, if you have goals, literally focus on the thing that you want more. Because it's like, it just feels really good. Like once you accomplish that and it's the thing you actually really want, then like the other things that you want that aren't as like pressing to you, then it's just, it can be more cruising along the way to those things, And I mean, yeah, it could. It depends, I guess, on the person and what they want. I have piles of paper like that, but I've never thought of numbering them. I'll think about that in the future. Yeah, I think it helps a lot. If it doesn't stress you out, to me, it helps me feel like, like I have clarity on like all these things are listed. Now I know like more of like what I actually want to do first. I think it helps me out for sure. But yeah, I just a reminder, 'cause I don't know if you're here in the beginning, I make meditation content. I do meditation live streams every Monday at 10 p.m. I'm Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know what your time zone is. But feel free to join the live streams. Try to have that mindful Monday, just build that energy for the beginning of the week and help us calm down and de-stress for our week. I like to pull like energy cards. Like I have an affirmation card deck I just got, so I started pulling those. I do tarot Tuesdays on Instagram. I have the same name, so if you want to add me on there, Candy Wellness on Instagram. A little more active on there at times. Sort of, I try to balance out both. But I do the tarot on Tuesday on there so I can interact with all my friends and the people I've gotten to know and followers on there. And on Wednesdays, yeah. I used to post a video every 4 p.m. on Wednesdays until I got burned out toward the end of 2024 and life situations were happening. So I just started doing live streams. And it was like fitness workouts for a while. And then it ended up being toward like, the last month of the year, more of these workshops, because I'm like, let's step into the energy for the new year and like really hone in and focus in on like goals and stuff. And I just really want to like motivate people. So yeah, I am overall encompassing, but you're probably gonna notice me start doing more meditation videos whenever I get those planned out in the next month or two or so. Maybe affirmation videos too. But yeah, I'm trying my best. I love all the wellness stuff, but I definitely need to focus too a little more, I think, on one niche so YouTube knows who to send my videos out to. I just need to keep consistently making videos too, honestly, which that's what the problem was. I stopped making shorts consistently too. To do perfect time for me. I'm in England. It's midnight. Oh, really? midnight. Okay, so you're 5 hours ahead. Okay, wow. You're a night owl too. I'm also a night owl. I'm trying to work on sleeping earlier for myself, but okay, that's good. Oh wait, so if I do 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's gonna be like 12, 1, 2, like 3 a.m. for you, I think. So you might not be able to do my meditation live streams, but you can always watch them back. But And live streams can end up being long. Like the ones would be like 45 minutes to an hour. I wouldn't do more than that usually. But it's because like the talking at the end. So it's like you could just do the meditation and then not watch a lot of the talking if you want to. Oh, really? Oh, wow. So you're new to affirmations. Okay. Yeah, affirmations, definitely they're important. I think one thing because it's just like our mind, subconsciously, like we need to make sure that we're aware of what our mind is thinking, because that is what creates our reality. Like, I literally used to be someone who would say, oh, why does this happen to me? Like, life must hate me. Like, I just would say all these things. I don't even want to say it now. Oh, I'm like getting goosebumps talking about it, because I just used to be really depressed, and I felt like the world was out to get me. I was just like, okay, like the world just hates me or something, and that wasn't good to think that way, you know. So, yeah, it's like we have to rewire our minds. If you're used to hearing something growing up and it was negative stuff, then it's like maybe it takes some time to rewire your mind, but affirmations are one way to do that. And it's like if you don't feel an affirmation genuinely, then you just have to like see if you can change it and tweak it in a way where you can, where you can just allow yourself to really feel it more. So if saying the words like I'm abundant, I'm rich and abundant in my life, you feel like awkward because you're like, well, rich, I'm not really rich financially or something. But then, it's like you can say like, okay, you can just say I have an abundant amount of opportunities ready and waiting for me. Then you could say that, because that can sort of align up to like, oh, richness in general, and then that can even be money opportunities too. So it's good you can make it broad for affirmations if you need to. There's also subliminals, which are affirmations that are said quietly. There's someone I recommend. Her name is High Frequency Guru on YouTube. I listen to hers. I think they definitely have helped, because subliminals, they get directly to your subconscious. You can't really hear them. They're like really quiet. It's just, I don't know. Some people would say be careful who you listen to in general on YouTube, because they could put things in subliminals that you don't really know because you can't hear it. But High Frequency Guru, she's really cool. I like her stuff. I feel like I've had good impacts from her subliminals, honestly. It's probably why, I mean, it definitely has helped me, I think, get the confidence to even, like, make a live stream about helping people with their goals and dreams in 2025. But I won't give her all the credit, too. I think it's also my own willpower. But I think, yeah, just incorporating as many positive things as you can into your routine will help a lot. I hope this really does help you. He said, I'm a very positive person. My girlfriend has quite a negative outlook on life. I hope to help her a little in time. Yeah, I think, it's like the people that surround us. It's interesting. Sometimes they're like a reflection of us. So I'm not saying she's a reflection of you, but I think she's there in her life. You're there in each other's lives for a reason. And I really believe that. Like, people in our lives for a reason. And maybe you're there to help inspire her, to get out of that negative place. And there's a lot of reasons, right? Like chemical imbalances. Like, I used to be really depressed because I just didn't even know I had ADHD for like years. I would have anger outbursts and just feel like life is out to get me, and I was just depressed and anxious, and that's all I knew about. But I also have ADHD, and I'm moderate combined ADHD, so I used to have like anger outbursts if situations weren't going my way, because it was just hard to process those emotions and talk about them. So it's like, yeah, really understanding yourself and your mind, honestly, and how it works, I think does wonders for yourself. So, not saying everyone should just go off a diagnosis, but for me personally, learning I had ADHD helped me know how to navigate my life and helped me realize, like, oh, certain ways I probably shouldn't be living my life. And that's why passive income is one of my goals right now, because it's like, for me to work, I can't work a 9 to 5. I'm not going to be happy doing that. And I'm just going to be like miserable having to be on some time crunch and always have anxiety having to be on time somewhere, when it's like in my nature to just like just naturally end up thinking of a lot of other things I have to do, and then I end up taking my time without really realizing it. And it's like a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. So just being aware of yourself is really important. and just do what you can to be positive and do what you can to help her. But at the end of the day, you know, she's her own person, and if she really wants to be happy, then she'll do the things that she will know that will help her. And sometimes, I mean, everyone wants to be happy. Sometimes it just takes, honestly, rock bottom sometimes for a lot of us, because it's just like, that's just a human condition. But hopefully she won't need to go to any kind of rock bottom place to like make changes in her life. So you 100% feel like that. That's good. I'm glad. Just be careful too to you know, let her grow on her own as well. It's like good to support people, especially our partners, you know, but you also don't want them to be codependent on you and feel like they can't be whole without you. It's really important. I had so many situations like that in life where I was like, I'm not whole without this person, and they're like my other half or whatever, like a long time ago. Or I was just depressed if like over love situations. But yeah, and then I realized my worth in general, and I think it's just in general an important thing to realize, so we're not codependent on other people, and we can do what we need to for ourselves without burning out someone else. Oh my god, I can't speak. The Pringle. Thank you for using your time to help people. I'm sure you will help so many people. Thank you so much. I hope so too. That's my goal in life, and I mean, clearly I have the ideas. I just have to implement. I have so many things I'm doing with my life. I have like 3 jobs. It's not like I'm working like crazy, like over 40 hours a week or anything, but it's like a lot of my time, if I'm not working, I'm planning. And then I sort of just want to relax at times too, but then it's like, I don't know. I feel like the most I do for relaxing is watching tarot videos, which that could take an hour of time, but to me it's mostly me planning things, like sort of like how this is. I'm just, yeah, but then it's like preparing for the jobs I actually have every day and stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to take my time this year, because I did like, I don't know how many things I did at once last year. That was not a good idea. Don't be like that. Don't burn yourself out and think, oh my god, I have to like hurry up and accomplish my goals. Like, no, try your best to enjoy the journey, because you know, I wish I told myself that last year somehow. I wish I had someone to tell me, really enjoy the journey. Like, Candy, you're like trying to rush too much. Like, you're like burning yourself out. Like, that would have been great. But it's okay. Sometimes people like me have to go through the actual things in order to warn other people don't do the same thing. If there's a way for me to warn people, I'm sure these days a lot of us are like burning ourselves out just by the society that we live in. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for my channel to grow. I just need to make certain changes and consistently post YouTube videos, which I just need to plan out 2 months ahead of videos. I have to plan 2 months of videos, literally, to schedule. Otherwise, I'm gonna like be trying to work on a video as the week goes by, and that's how you burn yourself out. And that's what happened to me last year. So, learned my lesson hard way, and doing a bunch of programs and whatnot. Yeah. Still gotta catch up with my YouTube group, though. I am a little behind. You know, we will watch each other's videos and support each other, but I haven't done that in a few weeks now, and I have to get back on it too. Thank you, Dwayne. You're amazing too. Yeah, Dwayne has been part of the fam. I'm gonna say this is like a soul fam. This is the soul fam. I feel like I need a name for us. I don't know what to call us. I don't know. I'll think about that. But Dwayne's been part of the fam for like, how many months has been it now? Like 4, 5, 6 months? I don't know. It's been a while. I feel like I don't even know how long it's been now. I feel like you just naturally gravitated within the live streams I was doing. It's like you've just been there forever. You're definitely part of this whole family. It was just like, yeah. Just like my best friend. I met my best friend in high school, and we talked. As soon as we talked, and we never stopped being friends, like back in high school. And my best friends, we've been friends for like 12 years, and it's awesome. But, you know, your people gravitate toward you. Just gotta keep yourself open to life and just do your thing. Yes, Joss, thank you so much. I'm proud of you joining the community too. And it makes me happy to know that, like, just even this one live stream is doing something for you too. So keep the momentum, keep positive. If you haven't started yet and you have time, start making your your web of things, break it down, and allow yourself to feel excited by the breaking down of it. It's like, oh, each thing you break down more, you get more and more clarity, and that allow it to feel good, not like a chore. And if you need to make it fun, you could use stickers and things. I didn't have stickers, I guess, but I don't know. I like to use different colors. That helps. Whatever way you can make it fun, and then post it on your wall. And that way you can like see it and just keep your eye on the prize before you sleep or when you wake up or just throughout the day. However way you can see it. At least seeing it once a day somehow. Yeah. And feel free to let anyone else know about my live streams if you can, if you think it'll help them out. I'm trying to build the thing. Because Dwayne, you said it's been a while. I don't even remember. I just show up. You just show up. Yeah. I'm like, wait, I don't even know how long ago it's been, honestly. I don't know. I feel like it was around the summer. I just can't remember. Was that 6 months ago? You said because it's a place I enjoy coming to. Yay, thank you so much. That's why I want to do something. I want to get like Bambi, Bambi Purple Top. She gave me, I've known her in person. She's in Cali now, but I've known her when we used to work as servers, and I was like surprised she got me like this light, and I want to add it to my live streams. But I want to I have to do something to the space. I need time. I have visions and things. I'm like one thing at a time. It's coming together bit by bit. And Joel said, yeah, I make my own paper and notebooks, so important notes get an important place. Okay, awesome. That's good. At least you can feel connected to like what you're writing. Yes? My cat just woke up. He's like, bitch, shut up. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? No, I think he wants to come over here. I think he's just like, oh, you've been talking for a while. I'm awake. It's funny. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I should wrap up with. Yeah, the gratitude challenge. Start interacting in that if you want to build the momentum in that even more. I don't know. I talked about my live streams already. Oh, one last thing. I just want to ask, at least for you guys who are in here. I want to make a poll. Well, I guess just think about it. You don't have to answer now, but I absolutely want to do tarot. Because I don't know how many people that currently even subscribe to me know about tarot or like tarot. The tarot cards. I want to do that here on YouTube too. Like pull like, I don't know, do like a YouTube short every day and pull like one card to talk about for the day. But I'm like, I don't know if people would want that on this channel or if they would want that on like just a separate tarot channel and would just rather subscribe to that. So I guess think about that. And I'm going to make like a community post about it and see what people think. Yeah, because I don't know. Because I know that this one probably should just stay with meditation and yoga for a while. General fitness, meditation, yoga, maybe. Because I know tarot like goes into like a little more of like, I don't know, the wonky spiritual realm that not many people believe in or they feel weird about. So I'm like, I don't know what to see. My brain is doing things when it comes to like knowing what makes sense. But I already have this channel, so part of me is wondering if I should just try it for a little bit and see what happens. Like I did with my fitness wobble workout situation. Well, I was going to ask people what they want to see more of on this channel, so I'll make a poll about that. And then maybe I'll ask about the tarot too. Again, whatever you do, I'll do my best to be some support. Thank you so much. I appreciate that always. You're the soul fam for sure. I appreciate you. And you too. If you ever need anything, just message me on Instagram. I try my best. I know I suck at messaging a bit, but I try to get back as much as I can. Speaking of which, I probably should get back to like some people on there that are trying to collab with me on like other things that are not exactly wellness, but I had to see. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hope this inspired you. I know this was long, but hopefully it helps break down everything that you need in life, and at least for this year, one goal at a time. Let's all definitely just one goal at a time, because pick the thing that really doesn't matter the most to you, and you can accomplish it at the least stress in a way. Thank you so much. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Peace out. Bye.